So this is the 1980s, and you got this white girl named Catherine, right? I'm not gonna lie, her family, they do believe that blacks should be with blacks, whites should be with whites. Basically, every race should be with their own race. They pretty much training her like, hey, you know, we pretty much don't want you around no black people, and that's just how it is in our family. Either respect it or we're gonna disown you. So she always just fell in place and basically just stayed in her position. So anytime she'll go to school, she wouldn't, you know, try to really talk to know, you know, black people and that. Like, and the thing is, her family was kind of racist, but she was the one that just had to pretend like she was racist. But deep down, she's just one of them girls who just believes everyone's supposed to be, you know, equals. Long story short, she goes to this school and she ends up meeting some girls, and they end up saying, hey, do you want to go drive in, you know, movie thing tonight, like the one with the big screen and everyone's sitting in their cars watching it. So she's like, oh yeah, sure, just let me ask my parents. Her parents is like, yeah, you know, it's cool, you can go, but make sure you be back at a certain time. She was supposed to be in, you know, but since this is gonna kind of, you know, be placed at a dark time, then, you know, she could come back at 11, you know, as long as, you know, her friend's parents brought her back or whatever. So she ends up going to the little movie theater or whatever, and, you know, they end up watching Grease. It's actually a good movie, by the way. If y'all ain't watched it, check it out. It's this right here. Man, I missed that movie. Anyway, they end up finish watching it and they end up leaving or whatever. She ends up talking to this guy, and, you know, it was a white guy that pulled up. He's like, oh, hey, do you want to, you know, go to this lake with me or whatever? So she was like, yeah. She ends up, you know, telling her friends, hey, you know, I'll just meet y'all and go home with him. So she goes off with the dude, and they go through this little shortcut, and they cut through this little, you know, empty building, and, you know, they end up being at this lake. And they at the lake, they having fun or whatever. They sitting there talking. So the white guy ended up saying, hey, just wait right here, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So he goes use the bathroom. She realizes that like 10 minutes done went by and he ain't came back. So she's in the dark woods by herself. So she's walking, and it ain't completely dark because the moonlight's still out. So she ends up cruising through the woods, you know, yelling his name. This ain't a joke. You know, I don't really like playing games, and where are you? Before you know it, she starts seeing like all of these like torches in the distance. Like just in the distance, a long line of torches, probably like 30 people like holding torches. As they get closer, she ends up seeing that they have the KKK clothes, but it's like in different fabric and colors, like purple, some in green, and they're black people. They get closer, she can hear the guy that she was just talking to screaming, please don't do this, please don't do this. And it's two KKK members holding them up, and they throw them on the ground, they kick them, and they say, you white piece of, you know, trash, all that stuff. And they take the torches and they put them on them and let them on fire. Now, as she sees this, she's covering her mouth like this. They sitting there just laughing as she's just, you know, twirling around on fire or whatever. After about a few seconds of this, she couldn't take it no more, and she ran back home. So she ran all the way back to her friends, and they ended up driving her home. And, you know, she didn't say nothing about it. But about a few days go by, and she's walking home from school, and she ends up seeing that same dude that she was talking to at night on a missing poster. But she just never said anything. She held that secret in all the way until she got old. Y'all really think it was a black Ku Klux Klan? Like, comment, subscribe.